By the end of this video, you are going to learn the best and most effective ways to be selling insurance in 2023, and I will be answering how I'm selling insurance and making $1,000 to $2,000 every single day as a kid in his 20s. Stick until the end of this video, and I'm going to share with you the way I've been able to get ahead of the game and how many others are selling insurance today. If we've not yet met, my name is Nitafan, and I've sold over $450,000 of life insurance premium in my first 12 months. Also, before I get into this video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you can get the most up-to-date content. Now let's get into the video. I get this question asked to me all the time. Can I make more money selling life insurance over the phone? And what are the pros and cons of telesales versus face-to-face? And that's what I'm about to answer right now. When I first started, I tried setting appointments for Zoom calls and having 2 sit closes. From that, what I quickly realized is that you have to lock down the appointment or else you'll get no-showed. My first week, I was so excited because I set 7 appointments in my first day and 21 appointments in my first week, and then reality hit. Only 4 showed up and I closed none. I had just spent $800 for none of the appointments that I set to show up, and it honestly left me feeling so discouraged, to say the least. Fortunately, the next week was better, being able to kind of close one. Let me tell you what happened. My mentor at the time was on the appointment with me and ended up just closing the deal for me and just gave me credit. So by this time, 2 weeks in, I had no deals closed, but was determined to be successful in this industry. So I thought I had to go into the field and not leave the house until they signed up and I got a policy approved. I can still remember the day when I went on my first 2 appointments, scared to death that I would get no-showed after driving over 2.5 hours to their houses. Thankfully, I walked away with 2 apps, and all of a sudden, a sense of confidence knowing that I can go from start to finish completely on my own. I actually was in the second house for over 5 hours and thought, hey, it's worth it because I'm about to make $600, only to find out that as I drove home and made the ride feeling so excited and feeling like I was about to conquer the world, that the app got declined. And if you're in the insurance industry, you understand my pain. I just sat in this house for 5 hours feeling like it was worth it because I was about to get paid, and all of a sudden realizing that I just wasted about 5 hours of my time when I could have been sitting in front of a client to get paid. And from this actually brings me to the 3 pros and cons of selling insurance over the phone versus face-to-face. Before I share with you my pros and cons list of selling insurance face-to-face or over the phone, I do want to preface it with this. I know multiple 6-figure earners that are crushing it out in the field and refuse to sell over the phone. However, there are a lot of people as well that are crushing it in telesales. What I'm going to share with you in this video is just what I've experienced and seen and why I chose the route that I did. Also, drop in the comments face-to-face or telesales on which one you are currently doing right now, and also the one that you're actually wanting to get more information about. So I'm going to start with the pros. The first pro of going in home is that you have instant trust. They can read your body language. They can hear the way that you're saying things. They can see who you are. As well as being in person, they can actually feel the energy if you're telling the truth or maybe if you're not. Another pro of selling insurance in home is that typically clients will be a lot more patient with you. So if you're new or just starting out, or maybe you're not even good at first, you can fumble around a little bit and not maybe get the presentation perfect and still make sales. Over the phone is very different. You have to be a lot more thoughtful of your words and the way you say things, as well as being aware of your tonality, because if you don't say something the right way and if they don't feel a sense of trust, all they have to do to get rid of you is just hang up and not answer anymore. I'm actually thinking about making a video on tonality, on how you can master your tonality over the phone. If you feel like this would be valuable for you, drop in the comments tonality and I'll share with you the exact way that you can master tonality over the phone. My third point is that selling in home allows for less time to have quality conversations with clients and asking them to buy because of the drive time. So if you're selling over the phone or virtually, this allows for more time and more quality work hours to be productive and to constantly ask for the sale more and more and more. Real quick, Before I get into my cons list, click the link down below to apply to my Facebook community, where you will get access to the top 10 objections that you will face selling over the phone in 2023. My first con that I will say about the difference between face-to-face versus telesales actually goes with my third point that I just shared. If you were to get no-showed in home and in person, you've already driven and spent 1 or maybe 2 hours already only to not sit in front of a client. The thing that really attracted me to start selling over the phone was not because of the possible no-shows or maybe there's not much trust, but being able to start the day with no sales and no appointments at all, and actually being able to end the day with 5, 6, 7 sales, because I can truly spend the day just calling and one call closing. Because as long as I can get clients on the phone, I can present and ask them to buy. And essentially, I can max out my day by closing all day and not spending any time other than speaking with prospects that are wanting to buy my product. A con that I will share with selling over the phone is that it can get very transactional very quickly. With little relationship with the client, this can very much lead to more chargebacks in your business, where the client signs up one day, all of a sudden you get paid, and then the very next day the client calls into the insurance company to cancel. With that being said, I'm going to share with you a few tips that have served me really well to minimize my chargebacks and to grow a relationship with the client and the person I'm sitting in front of. The first is to share all of your information with the client, the way they can get a hold of you, your national producer number, possibly email, and giving them permission to ask any questions that they may have about their policy, that you'll be their agent for life. The second tip that I'm going to share with you is to set expectations clearly with your client. When is their premium going to be drafted out of their account? When is their policy going to get mailed to them? How much coverage they have? If it's day 1 or a 2-year waiting period, or possibly a 3-year waiting period. Use those to minimize your chargebacks today and keep as much money back into your pocket as possible. There's no reason to be working double the amount of time just to make the same money. The third and final con that I want to share with you is that what I've seen is telesales is more scalable, faster, and here's why. You can have a Zoom room open with one person presenting to a bunch of new people who don't know how to sell, and actually teach them on the spot in the moment of you actually selling the client and getting them enrolled in a policy. It's also a lot more scalable, faster, because you can train your agents right away in real time, and also if they're maybe struggling with an objection, you can help them overcome that when they're sitting on the Zoom with you. Plus, you don't need leads into a small area, because you can market to the whole US, which ultimately creates lower lead costs and more profit for your business. Now, I'm about to share with you the path that I took and the 3 reasons why I chose this. As you guys probably already know, I sell life insurance completely over the phone and virtually. I've sold all across the country, from Hawaii to Texas to Indiana to New Mexico, Arizona, and on and on and on. I also built the most exclusive and the most valuable telesales community, where I'm literally giving away the secrets in real time, how you can become more profitable in the insurance industry and embrace the new way that you need to be selling insurance today. Click the link down below if you haven't already to apply to join my Facebook community, where I'm going to give you the exact secrets that have helped me sell close to $500,000 of insurance premium in my first year in the business. The first reason that I chose telesales is because of the true location freedom. As I shared earlier, I've sold insurance all across the country, and what's really nice about this is that as long as you have Wi-Fi and a phone, you can be able to make money. I love being able to travel and build my business at the same time, and what's really cool is that this affords those opportunities. The second reason why I chose to sell insurance solely over the phone is because I can sell more insurance day in and day out. Ever since I've been selling over the phone, I've ultimately increased my sales as well as my profit. The reason being is that I'm able to present to more people and ask more people for the sale at the end of the day. And the third reason is ultimately because it's more scalable. This goes with number 2, but being able to train not just one person, but 5, 6, maybe even 7 or 10 people at the same time has been a game changer, as well as being able to provide real-time feedback for the agents that I'm really investing and pouring into on how they can overcome objections and how they can critique their sales process to ultimately make more sales. If you are looking for the exact way to sell life insurance over the phone, click with the video right here that I know you're gonna love, and you're gonna learn exactly how I do it.